Welcome to Hulladocious. This is episode 10 part 2, and in this episode I am going to share my thoughts on Hull City's last match against Chelsea. Oh my. That did not go according to plan, did it? Before the game I was so optimistic. Despite the previous defeats, I really thought Hull City would play a much better game, and I have to admit that apart from the first 10 to 15 minutes where Hull City were creating chances, were fighting for the ball, it was all Chelsea, and I still can't understand what went wrong. I mean, what stopped working? You know, was it because Chelsea started to get hold of the ball? Maybe it was Chelsea who had the game plan of actually just trying to slowly get into the game, maybe just trying to defend for the first, say, quarter of an hour, and then hit Hull, get at Hull City. And I think that's probably what happened. Chelsea were definitely the better side. They had quite a few players who were playing really well, like Willian, who is, in my opinion, a very good player. Ever since he's come to the Premier League, I mean, I think he's improved with each game. That's why I get from watching Willian play for Chelsea. And Diego Costa, he was a handful as always. And Hazard, I expected a little bit more from Hazard, to be honest. I mean, he has improved since last season, because last season, everyone knows that last season for Eden Hazard, it was a bad season, but he still is yet to reach that level that he was at. So he's still not quite there. And in the match against Hull City, he was okay. No fireworks, nothing too spectacular. I think he had a one shot on goal in the first half, something like that. But apart from that, it was a pretty okay performance. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic performance, but the player of the match for me was Victor Moses. He was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So a big congratulations to Victor Moses. And I mean, he could have scored a goal in the first half. He could have assisted even. I mean, because he was making himself available in attack. He was making himself available in defence, and he was making himself available in midfield as well. He was trying to look. He was looking for the ball basically. After the first half, Hull City were very lucky to come in at half time at 0-0. And I thought at half time, Mike Phelan would change a few things, maybe those players to change the approach, for example. I mean, with the personnel, he did make some changes. He started Henriksen and Mbakani, he started as well. Mason started, I kind of expected him to start. And then you had the usual other players, Klukas and Snodgrass. Although Abel Hernandez, he was on the bench. He started on the bench. Diomande, he started as well. And with Diomande, I was a bit disappointed to see him only play just I think over an hour. But it's still quite a bit longer than the previous two league games. But yeah, after going, in the second half, I was expecting a little bit more, at least a little bit more from Hull City, but that didn't happen. Chelsea continued their game, and Hull City unfortunately continued theirs, and eventually Willian got the first goal for Chelsea, and soon after Diego Costa got a goal against Hull City, which probably was on the cards because Diego Costa has this fantastic record against the Tigers, and he's scored in every single game against them. So, well, another congratulations. But yeah, where does this leave Hull City? It's, this is the first game this season that I'm disappointed with the performance. Because, okay, the game against Liverpool, we get it. Because Liverpool are really flying. Liverpool, they're one, arguably the alongside Manchester City, Liverpool have been the best team in the league. But against Chelsea, I really felt Hull City had a chance. So I didn't really see that in the game, unfortunately. definitely a lot to improve on, and hopefully, in the next game, Hull City will right the wrongs. We'll right the wrongs, and we'll see a different performance from Hull City. I also think that some players are desperately needed back. Some of the players who are injured, I think, Michael Dawson especially. I think, we got to get, Hull City have got to get that defence sorted, and it has to be if you've got a solid defence, then you've got a really good chance, I think. So it's disappointing, but I'm optimistic for future games. Go Tigers!